SkillCapped forced me, a consistent Radiant player, to only play CORRODE, which is full of corner-hugging rats, to find out all of the best angles, traps, and utility. I went through the pain of losing unwinnable rounds, pushing the wrong angles, and getting caught in the same traps, all because I didn't understand how CORRODE actually plays. But after grinding it non-stop and breaking down every rotation setup and choke point, I can tell you exactly what works and what gets you farmed. And the best part, you're about to learn all of it right now in just 10 minutes. Riot made this map full of corners and players are just abusing them like rats. So those who enjoy shotguns will just see this as a new playground. And if you are a victim of this, perhaps you want to consider what agents to bring with you into the game. Luckily, I have the solution, but first you need to know that CORRODE is split up into 3 major lanes similar to maps like Ascent and Split. As you might already know, having 3 lanes creates chaos and strategy. Take Ascent for example, mid pressure is everything. If you are on defense and you let this go to the attackers, you are in for a treat. So it's no different over here on CORRODE. In fact, mid has a direct connector that heads into A, so having control is necessary. Riot also made the walls on this map, especially those on A and B site, very spammable. It's so spammable that there'll be an incredible amount of Odins. When looking at agents, initiators are everything on CORRODE, and here's why. Getting spammed on this map is going to happen every game, and if you pair Odins with recons like Sova Darts or Fade Eyes, you are in for a ride. As a result, you want to be using Sova and Fade, perhaps even on the same team. Having to constantly deal with corners and rats combined with paper-thin walls makes them absolutely S tier for high and low elo. If picking one, I recommend Fade over Sova. Having 2 prowlers to clear corners compared to 1 drone on a map like this makes it a little bit stronger. Other choices are still viable, like Breach if paired with Neon for some creative plays. For Sentinels, Cypher is going to shine. Some of the setups you can pull off due to the map having many curved walls allows his tripwires to be stronger than ever. And if someone gets revealed inside of a tripwire, well, good luck to them. Nevertheless, Vise, Killjoy, and Deadlock will also be fantastic, so almost anything is viable here. Even including Sage for ranked with some creative walls you can pull off. For controllers, Viper and Omen are going to be far better than the rest. Viper's wall can create lots of mid pressure and divide up a site like B, which has 3 entry points better than anyone else. And for Omen, this may very well be his best map in the game. The amount of teleports and plays you can pull off, if mastered, can single-handedly give you enough kills to win all your games. Taking this further, combining these two and running a double controller Viper-Omen comp will be optimal. Because of the teleport potential Omen has on this map, Astra is going to be slightly worse. And for other agents like Brimstone, they're going to be weaker here due to how large the map is. Clove still somewhat being viable as an option for ranked. For duelists, an agent like Phoenix will dominate. It's extremely easy to farm up your ultimate on attack by just throwing a molly and flashing the corner on B, allowing you to consistently pick up the orb. And combined with all the corners, given how hard it can be to dodge his flash, it's going to destroy enemies in ranked, especially low elo. Agents like Jet and Neon will also have great potential. Dashing into smokes will be strong, and Neon can make plays such as walling over A, stunning the right side, and immediately taking elbow, which will be hard to deal with. However, the ultimate pick is Yoru. And for most of you out there, he can be scary to touch because of how difficult his utility seems. That's why we developed this course breaking down his kit that can be found using the link in the description. And with the map being so large, it means that rotating between A and B takes about 18 to 20 seconds. Not only that, but with so many corners and angles, you will easily get caught off. So having his teleport for that fast and safe rotate could be what you need to win the round. The agents I haven't mentioned can and will still be seen in ranked, but are simply weaker in my opinion. With that out of the way, you have to prioritize holding B site on CORRODE. And no, this isn't just one of those hold every site equally map theory things. B is structurally built to punish teams who lose control early. Let me explain. Attackers pushing B have to funnel through multiple narrow choke points, all while clearing stacked vertical angles. That means as defenders, you can delay with utility like smokes, mollies, and flashes. You can get natural off angles and elevation advantages without overextending, and every second you hold them at the choke burns their time and their utility. Once attackers break into B, they can comfortably play post plant from multiple safe offsite angles including heaven, top site elevations, and deep corners near the attacker spawn side. Meaning if you lose B early, your team is stuck retaking through those same choke points attackers just struggle to clear. But with them now having full post plant setups and crossfires ready for you. Knowing how important it is to hold B, I'd recommend having your sentinel play here most of the time, giving you the best odds of holding it down. Additionally, the spawn barriers are next to each other and this goes for both A and B. You could compare it with Split, where fights can almost immediately take place as the round begins, so you can get aggressive picks like these at the start or post up with an operator. Secondly, the amount of elevation you could take advantage of is absurd. Playing on this roof, which any player can jump onto, provides you one of the strongest off angles in the game. Just look at how easy these kills are. And if you are in danger and have to drop, it's still just as hard for the attackers to take space. But it doesn't stop here. We also offer multiple in-depth breakdowns on maps like Lotus and Ascent, giving you everything you need to know from where to plant the spike and defend from, to how each role should be playing the map. Our courses will give you such a good understanding that we are the only service that offers a rank improvement guarantee, meaning if you don't rank up, you don't pay. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the link in the description. While B is a nightmare to retake, A is much more retake friendly, but there are some key things you need to know. A has wider entry points and more flexible post-plant positions for defenders to clear safely with utility. So if you're going to pick a site to stack and fight for early, make it B every time. As for A itself, you have lots of corners and crossfires to play when defending. The area leading to elbow can be tricky to take as an attacker, especially due to becoming exposed to the entire left side. Defenders can play off sounds and swing off each other, killing half the attackers before they reach the site. Sova is so valuable on this map as you can dart above and behind them as they start pushing out. This also goes for B site, but you can utilize this hole and be safe the entire time on A. If they try and break the dart, then swing them as they will be turning, if not spam the wall when revealed. As you can tell, getting onto A itself is pretty difficult given how large it is. Posting up by the barrier is also extremely strong when defending, similar to Split as mentioned, if you prefer a more aggressive way of holding A. When attacking, you want to be creative when hitting A and even consider taking mid and splitting the attack. A great smoke for this play would be here, as you don't need all of mid to access the connector, but it'll block their vision. And by having players push connector, you can clear the left side of site, allowing those coming from main to clear this area without any worry. Then just scale up elbow, split between elbow and the main entrance, or just group at either spot, the choice is yours. If the defenders seem aggressive after a few rounds, maybe play more passive and try counter their pushes. Any picks will be crucial on Corrode, given how large it is. If you're going to take away anything from this video, it should be that this map can be very challenging to attack on, with B having tight choke points and elevation, and A having lots of corners and open space to get caught from. Moreover, the map is very hard to play retake on, especially B site, so aggressive rushes have amazing potential when pulled off correctly. I wasn't exaggerating when I said it would take 18 to 20 seconds to rotate given how exposed you'll be. Mid pressure will also be pivotal, allowing you to take A connector, which can really help break down defensive setups. So any Vipe will have lots of impact with their wall and controlling mid. Generally in ranked, most team comps will be viable, just remember it's large, so avoid agents such as Brimstone. And make sure you have a Sova or Fade, potentially even both. Lastly, abuse crossfires and positioning as much as possible. The map is almost designed for the defenders with all of the different angles you can play, allowing weird spots and unpredictability to shine. You now have all the information you need to consistently dominate your enemies on Corrode. Combine that with solid mechanics, you're going to be seeing that almighty green carpet everyone dreams of having. That's why we also have a wide range of courses to help with mechanics on SkillCapped using the link in the description. So unlike most players, you can consistently work on all areas of your game to never find yourself stuck inside of a rank. In fact, we are so confident that if you don't climb at least 5 divisions using our service, you don't have to pay. So what are you waiting for? Go click the link in the description below and we'll see you soon.